Hey everybody, it's day 35. We had a good day yesterday. That was Rachel's birthday. We had a lot going on, but now it's a regular day, and we spent the day putting stuff on the board because we watched some YouTube videos. New stuff got added to the board. It's very thick now, and we just bummed around all day, right guys?
Yep.
Except for you.
Yeah, I walked.
How was work?
Today marks my first full week of no days off, so I've worked all 7 days. And I'm happy.
Even God took Sunday off.
Well, you know, people need their groceries. I have tomorrow, then Tuesday, then Wednesday, then I'm off Thursday.
Finally.
And that will be exciting. I just told my dad we're going to drive to 7-Eleven. It's going to be
Big
good.
excitement.
It is. It really is.
I'd rather drive somewhere else.
Well, I know.
I'd rather drive here.
Oh.
Yeah, me too.
But not until we go swimsuit shopping.
We're only going swimsuit shopping if your mother agrees to try on at least 3 suits. Right, honey?
Sir, you're not going.
Oh.
Sorry.
It's a girl's thing.
Oh.
Girls thing.
You don't need a fun swimsuit.
I enjoy
do.
fun
You
swimsuits.
need me to have one.
Oh, what is this? We have a special visitor with us.
This is Apollonia. Isn't she
I don't
pretty?
think it's her. I can't see her midsection, and she's not trying to
That
get me
hair.
in the sack like
Look at that
Apollonia.
hair. Prince would approve. Look at the bounce in the purple. It's my birthday present.
I was just saying, we were robbed of Quarantine Prince.
Yeah, he would
be,
he would be amazing.
he would be doing so many concerts and cool stuff right
I
now.
Yeah.
know. It's
He
so
so
cool.
would have been the type of person to do that. We were
Instead,
robbed.
we got Weezer,
we got Weasel.
Boy George.
Boy George.
I do recommend the Boy George video if you haven't checked it out. It's called Naked Chameleon. It's just him at home in quarantine. He's not
If
wearing
you've
makeup.
ever wanted to see all your
gracefully.
favorite celebrities in the kitchen in pajamas with no makeup on, that all kind of look like train wrecks,
Then just watch the Disney sing-along.
watch anything.
That was the most embarrassing hour of TV I've ever seen.
I had
It was
fun.
better than the other
Yes.
one, though.
Yeah.
Well, Ariana Grande was terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel
Are you
like
talking about the One World concert last
Yeah.
night? You know that they're pretty sure Jennifer Lopez was lip syncing.
Really?
She wasn't even really singing.
What's
And somebody
Smash Mouth
said
with all this?
nobody could get a light to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Maybe she didn't want one. She looked pretty bad.
Yeah, she looked like she was crying.
And she
the
never
whole
looks bad.
time.
Yeah.
I love her.
All the celebrities need a bit of like, what's the word? TLC?
I don't know. They're
Is that what
losing
it's
it
called?
before we're losing
Yeah,
it.
they're
Yeah.
doing worse than we are in their mansions.
They're not used to it.
Casey Musgrave looked
They're not being told no to
lethargic.
anything.
The Rolling Stones
But
looked pretty
But
good.
she sounded pretty.
Yeah, but she still didn't have a microphone. These
But she sounded
singers who don't have microphones in their house is bewildering.
Yeah, no
That guy,
instruments or
I don't know
mics.
his
What
name.
the heck?
I know that Mom likes him. The guy that edited himself 3 times.
Keith Urban.
That was weird to me. I don't
He sang "Higher Love" by Steve Winwood, and Nicole Kidman showed up at the end.
I don't know who I like the best.
Oh my
Last
god.
night's one.
I liked the drunk guy in Texas that was trying to tell us about Willie Nelson. Anybody else remember that?
What is he
He
talking
was like,
about?
I got my bourbon here, and next is gonna be, I don't know, like Willie Nelson or something. Remember? He was so drunk.
Are you talking about Blake Sheldon?
No. No.
Which the show? It wasn't the show last night because you didn't watch it last
No,
night.
this was like a week ago. It was Texas.
Blake getting his hair shaved by his wife?
No, live from Austin, Texas, Willie Nelson.
Oh, he's talking about that guy,
Actual Willie
the
Nelson?
host.
Oh,
That host
okay.
guy
you
who
guys-
was sitting there drinking the whole
Remember
time.
Willie Nelson with his kids
I
performing?
think Willie's having a big concert online tomorrow night for 420.
420, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 4
okay.
hours and 20 minutes.
Tonight at midnight,
It's fun gimmick.
leave cookies out for Snoop Dogg.
it's
It's 420 tomorrow.
The cookies gotta have something in them, though.
Yeah, the special cookies. You make the
Yeah.
special recipe.
Those cookies.
You've seen Empire Records. It's the special.
Oh,
brownies.
sugar.
Sugar.
He says
Yeah.
sugar in the movie.
You put sugar in those cookies.
Oh my goodness.
Hawk is here today.
I think before this quarantine ends, Mom will watch Empire Records at least one more time.
You think?
Yeah.
Say no more.
There you go. Yeah.
Rexy, he's so sexy.
It's the only movie your mother can quote.
Yeah. Yeah. So today I have a band here today.
Oh,
What?
Wait, what is the name of the shoplifter in Empire Records?
The shoplifter.
What do they call him for 90% of the movie?
Lucas, right?
No, Lucas is the
Lucas is
dude
the main
that-
kid with the
main
hair.
character.
Okay.
Isn't it like Dwayne or something? Dwight?
He takes the name of a famous actor. One of those famous actors of all time.
D. Dustin.
Who is he?
Something with a D.
Warren Beatty. They call him
that's
Warren.
right.
And at the end he goes, my name's not Warren.
There's too many characters to keep track of with names in Empire Records. I just kind of know him
He's
as
just a
a...
bit part.
Who's the hottest chick in Empire Records?
Ooh, that's hard.
Is it the girl who tries to kill herself?
Yeah.
Liv Tyler or Renee Zellweger?
No. The girl that tries to kill herself. What's her name?
Robin Tunney.
Tunney.
From The Craft.
Yeah. Yeah, she's
And the Schwarzenegger classic End of Days.
I bring today one of my favorite bands. A band that only had one hit wonder, Cake. How would you describe
This-
Cake?
I can describe
Okay.
Cake. Do you guys remember what I said about Weezer? Do you guys remember when I said that they don't sing, they just talk with rhythm? Cake is like that, but there's no rhythm. It's just talking. It's just talking.
Cake is like Taylor Swift if every song was that, I'm gonna sing
This
like
song,
this.
like this. This song goes like
Punching and burning.
This. Yeah, you all know the distance. That was a huge hit.
Do you know it?
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line, engines pumping, and how does it go?
Running in time.
Well, yeah,
Terrible.
He's
terrible,
going the
terrible
distance.
that
music.
he still burns.
he's going full speed.
Yeah.
She's all alone in a time of need.
They used to play on the radio a lot.
It's
And
a
I would
great
turn
song.
it up and your mother would go, I don't know what that is, but take that off the radio now.
And most of Cake songs are about race cars or NASCAR or driving.
What year was that song?
95.
Going the Distance was 95, really?
96?
Wow.
95 or 96.
Oh yeah, we forgot to use the puppets.
Puppets? Oh yeah, the hand puppets.
Give everybody their puppet, Josie.
And maybe it's my
have to hold your
NASCAR
puppet up.
nostalgia, because we've
Hold
talked
your
about this
puppet while you
before.
talk.
We've talked about this before. I was very into NASCAR when I was little. Mom can attest to this, right?
Obsessed is the
Obsessed, yeah. So I like Cake's dry
word. Oh, thank you.
race car music.
Right
Race
there.
car music?
Yeah, they're almost all about cars. Someone online said it best. The songs are either about cars or the devil.
Like, life is a
Yeah,
highway.
and there is one song called Satan is My Motor, which is about cars and the devil. None of these are the album with the distance on it. I actually don't have that album. I know. Like I say, I was just...
You're one of those hipster guys.
No,
Oh, that's their hit. I don't have that.
I want their hit, but I was just getting into CD collecting as this pandemic hit. So
That
these were
is
the albums I
that
was
is
able to
so
buy
terrible.
before this
Oh,
happened.
you only got to buy 3?
This was their
Oh,
follow-up
I'm
album.
so sorry.
This is underrated. This is their slow country-like album. It kind of has a
I beg your pardon?
country-like. It's got
No,
a...
I completely disagree.
You've never heard this.
I can tell you right now that I
No,
disagree
this
with
isn't...
you.
This has a rockabilly sound to it. It almost sounds like Johnny Cash-like.
Sir,
It's got a desert sound
please
to
do
it.
not compare Johnny Cash to Cake.
I don't even know anybody's name in that band.
I don't think I can name anyone either.
Fake fan! Fake fan!
Oh, John
Oh
McCree.
my
He's
god,
the lead.
Carrie Jr.
Okay, the
Call me poser every time I look.
Poser.
Yes.
okay, Never There. That had a music video and was a moderate hit on MTV.
Baby, you're
Yeah.
never
What did you say?
there.
A golden. How does it go?
A golden bird that flies away, a candlestick
of
flame.
Yeah.
Think I'd love you yesterday.
Oh my
Your
god.
love was just a game.
This also
Throw my head
has
against the wall.
You
Terrible,
Trolling the
terrible
Screws,
music.
Walk On By, Mexico. These are all great songs.
Really?
It's fun, quirky music.
Oh.
This is Comfort Eagle. This was the next big hit they had, which is Short Skirt, Long Jacket. That's a very catchy song. If you listen to it, it's going to be stuck in your head all day. You know that one,
I
right?
want to watch the
No.
Hollywood
No?
Rainbow video.
I want a girl in a short skirt and a
I wanna watch
long
American Idol.
jacket. Do do
Is that
do
it?
do
Yeah.
do 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 do. No?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's this. You know what? This might be their best album because it's also got "Love You Madly," opera singer Rick James commissioning a symphony in C.
There's a
All
movie
great
you've never
songs.
seen called American Psycho
Okay.
with Christian Bale. It's based on the novel by Bret Easton Ellis. It was a late 80s zeitgeist because it was so weird. It's about Patrick Bateman, an upwardly mobile yuppie who works in the stock market as an assistant, and he's trying to get ahead in the world.
Okay.
He also happens to be a horrible serial killer. And while he's murdering people, he tells you all these albums that he likes.
Great.
He does a whole sequence where he's chopping this guy up talking about
Great.
Huey Lewis.
Great.
Yeah.
Good band.
Funny or Die
Underrated.
parodied it with Huey Lewis chopping up Weird Al, talking about Weird Al.
It's not for everyone. It's if you don't like their sound, you don't like their sound. A lot of the music, like Josie said, it does sound the same. They have
That's
this.
because they're not singing. These
No.
people don't sing.
It's a dry, quirky sound. It's a different type of music, but it's still very good music. Just give it a shot. Look up some of those singles before digging into the albums. The singles, they're very catchy and they'll be in your head all day.
And that would be the band
Cake.
Cake.
Yes.
Okay, Rachel, what did we watch during dinner?
During dinner, we watched Dale and Paula, and we added like 12 things.
They did a
for-
video about family things to do in Vegas, and we said, oh, we're going to know everything.
Everything, because we've been to Vegas 5 million times over our entire lifetimes. But there was 2 places, maybe 3, right? That we'd never heard
Yeah, there were
of.
at least 3 major
And-
ones we'd never...
And I don't know how. Like, that's crazy.
Wet and Wild, Water Park.
Well, we knew about the old one, but I didn't know they brought it back.
What
Yeah.
No one talks
is
about
a makeup line?
Yeah, now it's a water park in Vegas. Crazy,
Not
right?
branded by the makeup line.
No, but it looks really awesome. We're still going.
And there was also the Springs, what was it called, Austin?
Springs Preserve.
Springs Preserve
That looked like us.
and Mount
Big time.
Charleston Resort.
Which is really awesome. I'm just worried with my asthma
you
because
doing
of the
over there,
elevation
Austin?
and hiking and walking. And even Dale was out of breath when he got to the top
Yes.
of that. And I was kind of like, oh God, if he's out of breath, I'm screwed. But if I bring my inhaler and I go very slow and pace myself, maybe.
You know, last time we were in Vegas, actually, about a year ago, Cake was in town, and they were featured on your local news channel, Mom, you like. The Vegas news
I
people.
like the Fox people.
Yes.
Yes.
They were talking about how Cake was in town, and I watched it, and they were playing The Distance, and I was like,
Oh.
that's the band that did that song? So I looked them up, and I fell in love with their music.
Wow.
So we have
that's-
Vegas to thank
That
for
is
Cake.
such an
We have
amazing
Vegas.
story.
Thank you,
For
Henderson.
half our lives. Just
Yep.
saying.
Homestuck in Vegas. Never forget the OGs.
Oh, that home video, yeah, that's pretty
It's
embarrassing.
pretty good.
Yeah.
You would think after being locked up for however long and not being able to go anywhere you want to go that you would dream of going to places that you've never been. I've got to go see the world. What if this ever happens again? What if this is my last chance? I've never been to New York. I've never been. But the only thing I'm sitting here thinking about is all the things I'm going to do in Vegas.
You just want to go to Vegas.
Like, there's a couple things on the
Oh
board
my
that are
God.
out there different, but like a majority of it is Vegas. And probably a lot of it does have to do because we watch so many of Dale and Paula's videos, but they just make it so fun there.
It does open up Vegas. You know what it does is, when I watch other YouTubers, it just reminds me of like the busyness of Vegas, like the hectic nightlife, which I don't go clubbing or partying. I don't do
You're
any of that
19.
culture. I don't do any of that.
He won't when he's 50.
I won't. But
awesome.
the Mackenzies have shown this local light on Vegas. It's a very different look at the city, and I think that's very commendable. And it's also a new side of Vegas. It's very beautiful.
Right.
It's Vegas for locals.
I don't know about y'all. I want to go thrift shopping
Oh, me too.
really badly.
Me
What?
And
Do you know what I want to go to the most that I saw on the Mackenzie's channel
Antique
was
shopping. I want to
that-
go antique shopping.
that Christmas cowboy convention. That looks like so much fun.
I want
Do
to
you
go
remember that one
sit
video?
in a restaurant.
Yeah, you watched the video. They saw
For
them
a
how the
long
jeans,
time.
all the jeans people and stuff.
Yeah.
Why am I not remembering?
It was
that
during
one?
rodeo. They have a convention.
You might have been asleep now that I think about
Okay,
it.
I'm like, this is.
What were you saying?
I said that I wanted to go to a restaurant and sit at a booth and eat for like 4 hours.
Yes. Yes.
Remember that
sounds
booth
good.
we eat at Shakey's? That's the real high,
Mhm.
that round one.
Yes. I want.
Would you even accept the Denny's one with the bad waitress?
I would take her in a heartbeat.
No,
I would. Worst
no,
service ever.
no,
I don't
no.
care. I just like bring me some cold coffee.
No.
I don't care.
That lady's name was Stacy. I called Denny's corporate 6 times about
Oh,
her.
you're talking about the district manager there.
I don't
The
ever
manager
want to
there.
see her again. No. Some things I don't need to bring back in my life
Okay.
in a
Let that go.
post-corona
Let that go.
world. Mm-mm.
I want my show to
That
open
lady was
one day,
miserable.
possibly, maybe. We might, but it's not likely. But maybe I want the show to open if it ever.
What I really want to do is by the end of this year, at some point, I want to be driving, and I don't know how.
Will you drive me to school?
We'll get.
I'm already going there, so it doesn't matter.
But it's
I didn't
cool
even finish
to
my
boss around
sentence.
and be like, drive me to school.
I can't just be driving here. I want to be driving in the Midwest.
Driving Miss Josie.
I don't know, I don't know where we're gonna fly to or how we're gonna do it. I really want to be in the Midwest.
We're gonna go see Amber one day.
I want to see
It's all
cold,
over. Michigan.
wet
You
trees
guys are
and forests.
absolutely insane. I want
and-
to go to the beach.
Oh, I want to do that too.
I don't want to go
I
anywhere
just
near
wanna-
cold.
I just want to drive through the snow.
I just
Thank you.
want to go swimsuit shopping, and apparently once you guys do it, I still can't go.
Everyone's talking about summer. I want a redo on winter. I want a winter reboot.
Hey,
I
I want-
completely disagree.
Start the Christmas music up. I want to hear.
I've decided we're spending Christmas in Vegas. Like we did that one year, a couple years back.
That
That
a
was
couple
fun.
years back, I was very
Yeah, that
little.
was 7.5 years ago.
Yeah, I got my first
7.5
tablet.
years
Was
ago.
that that long ago?
Yeah.
that we did Christmas in Vegas.
It was a long time
A
ago.
long time
Yeah,
ago.
I remember
Josie had a
Yesterday.
sword. What was the last time you saw Josie play with a sword?
Oh, the light
Mom,
up snowman.
I got
sword.
a Nook tablet.
That's right, because I gave you a countdown every day to Christmas that was Play-Doh, so she'd have something to do in the hotel room.
I was in middle
A
school.
Nook tablet.
You were still driving me to Vegas every day.
All right, well, I
Do you
think
remember
we
the bun
should do
taco?
Vegas and Christmas
Do you remember the
in
bun
Vegas.
taco?
That-
The bun taco is still a part of our
billboard.
life.
Hey, so you love the Vegas news?
Yes.
Look at our mug. We have to show
Yeah,
the mug.
yeah. You have to tell the story of
I'm
this
drinking
mug.
coffee out of this.
This is a Fox 5
Fox
News
5
morning
News
show mug.
morning mug. So every time I go to Vegas, that's my morning news show. And I watch the Fox 11 out here morning show every morning too. I'm thinking about Fox in the morning, I guess. Except the weekends and it's KTLA. But Vegas had we went to Vegas.
It was
2
like
times
10
a
10
year
years
for
or more.
At least a decade.
There was that lady you loved.
And I'd turn on the news, and it would always be the same lady. She was like a bubbly black lady, and her name was Monica. And there was something about her. I was like, oh, yay, we're on vacation. I can turn on the news and watch Monica. And I just found out she retired a few years ago. So the last trip to Vegas we went to, I turned on the TV.
No Monica.
No Monica.
No. Just
I was
empty
so sad. I really liked her. So, weird enough, a few months back, before all this happened, we went to the local swap meet here in Cypress, California, right by us, which is 4.5 hours from Vegas. And I'm looking at these, first it was pictures. There was framed pictures. So a lot of people lose their storage. It's really sad when you go to swap meets because basically it's people that have won storages on auctions and then they go out and sell to swap meet. So you find a lot of personal stuff, which is, I don't know, I like looking through that because if I find something like seems important, I want to return it to the person. So as soon as I caught my eye and I saw there was a bunch of pictures, I go over towards where this guy is selling. The closer I get, I realize that it's a woman, and in all the photos she's framed with celebrities. It was like her and Michael Jackson and like big name people. And I'm like, I know that face. I know this woman. I'm like, she must be someone in the business. I know this woman. Why is it not coming to me? So then we start looking on the table where more of her personal stuff is. Things with her name on it. And then it confirmed who it was. We saw a notepad that said Fox 5 News, Monica, is it Jackson, right?
I think so, yeah.
And I'm like, that's the news lady that I watch in Vegas. This is her storage. We found her storage. We found a lot of personal stuff, which was really sad. It looked like a diary. I picked it up, I read a page or two, and I felt like I was intruding, so I put it down. She was struggling with divorcing her husband or something. It was very sad. But then I actually bought a couple things. Like her kitchen mugs were all Fox 5 mugs. there was quite a few different styles. She obviously got them.
We have Vegas mugs
When
here.
she worked at the station, I'm sure they give all the news people their mugs
Well, they're
or
always
whatever.
sipping it on the channel.
But it's like, it was extra cool because it's not just a mug from her show, it's a mug from her kitchen that she drinks out of. Like,
That there's
cool.
a level of cool and then there's a level of creepy.
I don't know, maybe
No.
they're
Drinking
creepy.
out of it?
But
No.
I like that.
We're
You-
drinking.
You have to
out of
look at it the right way. That's either going to go in the trash,
Yeah.
or somebody who doesn't appreciate it, or you're not buying it, you're saving it.
Yes.
That's how you have to look at it.
One of the mugs she was drinking out of while she was talking to me when I was on vacation
And-
in Vegas.
Someone's got to
For
clean
those-
them up, my
For
friends.
those that don't shop at swap meets, it is all storage units.
It's-
I mean,
yeah.
it's every booth.
And some of it's like no big deal. You never place
A lot
it.
of personal stuff.
But
It can be
sometimes
very
you'll find
sad.
yearbooks and personal stuff that you're just like.
That's why it's
every
usually
space tells a
unmarked
story.
boxes of stuff.
But I like history. Biographies are my favorite books. People's lives are
Well,
interesting.
I'm sure that if she knows she lost that, and she knows she did, she's probably happy that it went to somebody who appreciates
so
it.
she also had her ID. You know,
We
like
got her
brand
station
there.
ID.
It's her station with her photo ID, what you show to get on the lot when
Yeah.
you're going into work in the morning. So I had to have that.
So we have her notebook,
I have
her ID,
notebook,
and her
ID,
mugs.
And I bought all her
Why
mugs.
do I have no idea this is a thing?
Oh, because you were in Playland.
I
You don't
didn't buy
talk to
any of
us.
her personal stuff, like not
This is
unless.
recent?
Yeah.
Yeah, a few months ago.
Really?
I came home all excited and told you I found the news lady from Vegas in storage. I showed you her ID and all her stuff. You thought I was crazy. Don't you
Oh, well,
remember?
I still think you're crazy.
And
Politely, I think you're crazy.
Unless you're out there and you
It's-
ever see this video or someone tells you, you can have it all back. I'd love to meet you.
if you're
It's
shopping,
You bought her ID?
Yeah. And then
And you don't think that's weird?
no.
Like, am I weird for thinking
Okay,
that?
She's a
Look,
celebrity. It's a
those
piece of
people
celebrity
that buy
item.
Those they set up 2 or 3 times with that storage, and then they win a new auction and they bring in new stuff.
it's Storage Wars.
So they
You've
go
ever seen
through,
Storage Wars.
And like
I like that
anything
show.
that was of value would have sold at the swap meet for about a month or so.
Oh, yeah, it goes
And then
immediately.
once he gets down to just her paper trash and personal stuff that nobody wants, it gets thrown away.
In the trash,
I buy
yeah.
the stuff that nobody wants.
We
So-
saved it.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
And-
That's history. She's a news anchor woman. In Vegas, she's a staple.
And let me just say, Dave Hester, your prices are way too high.
Yep.
Every time.
I've been telling him that for years. His stuff's crazy, the
Well,
prices.
he had a stack of video games that were baking in the sun.
Yeah.
$8 each. The
Wow.
discs were so high.
But they're
And
signed
you-
by Dave
You
Hester.
had to buy the Christmas tree from him for $5.
Oh, I did buy something from him.
It was a Christmas tree that was
because
orange.
it was Halloween.
It was so ugly. And when Dave Hester said that's $5, I'm like, oh.
It was a Halloween tree. I wanted
It
to
was
buy
Oh
a
my
Halloween
God.
ornament.
But just so you know,
or something.
Josie, Cassandra Peterson has had a sale at her house. A lot of celebrities push stuff out. They want
They
you to
have to get
buy
rid
it.
of stuff.
It's got to
You
go.
gotta declutter, yeah. Now,
Yeah.
if you would like my ID card that I
Yeah.
use to get
Mhm.
into Target,
Let me go get
would be
it. Can I go get it?
$50.
Yeah, I know right where it is. Let me go get it. Be right
Your
back.
mother happens to be a weird news
I love news people.
Yeah.
fangirl.
Yes, like Lynette Romero, if you ever see this. Oh, girl, you're my number one. Gonna meet you one day.
What's gonna happen when Mom follows me and moves out to Des Moines,
I have a
Iowa?
signed photo of Lauren Sanchez, the woman who broke up Jeff Bezos' marriage.
Oh my god.
That might be worth something now, right?
Yikes. I can honestly say that there is not a celebrity I'm obsessed with right now because I like celebrities, but I don't like I used to.
Would you
because
like-
because I've done that before. Okay, I was all in on Stranger Things, okay? I love Millie Bobby Brown, and then she let me down. And because of that, I don't get in celebrities' lives
Your heroes
anymore.
will always let you
because
down.
Everybody's
she turned
fallible.
out to be a terrible homophobe. So I don't like.
All heroes
I
have
don't-
feet of clay,
I
Josie.
don't really get involved in celebrities.
But
like
look at
that
it this
anymore.
way, and I'm going to go to the highest example. Would you like a sweater that was owned by Taylor Swift?
No.
Who wouldn't?
Because it's hers.
It's an iconic
Oh boy,
piece
she's
of
got it all now.
history.
Oh my Christ.
Okay, can I tell you?
Hey, this is the most alive your mother's been all
Okay.
day. Let her have a moment.
So first of all,
First of all,
I love the news.
Hold on.
No, no,
I'm
no,
gonna-
no, no,
this-
no, no.
Her phone number and address is
No.
on there, so you need to
It's
know
old
it up.
news.
No.
Okay.
When I was a child, the news was a staple in our house. My mom she knew what, she had different channels like I do. Like Saturday, Sunday on KTLA, and then Monday through Friday on Fox Morning News. Like she was that way too. Like she'd have Channel 7 on from 2 to 3, but from 4 to 5 she'd flip to 4, and she liked, so Channel 2 News, and she was the same way, okay? So I watched these my whole life. When I was young, it was Colleen Williams. She had that cool piece of gray in her hair. You know who I'm talking about. She was very famous if you're in California. So she was my first news anchor girl crush, and I was obsessed with her.
Not Connie Chung?
I watched her my whole life. So that never stopped. Like, the kids, they're like, all you ever watch is the news. So yes, from 7 to 9, I watched Channel 11. At 10 a.m. I put on Channel 5.
Wait.
At 12:30 I put on Channel 9.
You're glossing over a lot of stuff. Talk about Araxia
Yeah.
and
Okay.
Maria
Okay,
Quiban,
excuse me. Yes. From 7 a.m. or 6, whenever I
Tony.
get to 9 is Araxia, Tony, Samada, Maria, Rick Dickard.
All we hear about is Rick Dickard, man.
Sexiest helicopter man in the world.
All we hear about is Rick
He can
Dickard.
tell me about the
Doesn't like
weather.
boys.
He can tell me about the traffic anytime he
Rick
wants.
Dickard's like
He
butter.
is a local Southern California surfer boy. I love that man.
Who's
Okay,
better,
so-
Rick Dickard or Mark Mester?
Oh, okay. Well, Rick Dickard.
I don't mix
is
weekend and
OG.
weekdays.
No, he's original old school surfer boy. And Mark is the new pretty boy on Channel 5 on the weekends. Because I only watch him on the weekends. I know he's probably
Yeah.
under.
Well, why don't you take a minute now and talk
Well,
about...
I'm done.
Oh, please.
Okay, so that's only 9 to
Let her
11.
thank her about this. It's making her happy.
At 12:30, I flip over to Channel 9. I like the older lady. What's her name? Oh my gosh, I'm having a moment. The blonde. Watched her my whole life. She's still on the news. It's fabulous.
You don't know her
It's
name?
fabulous.
The blonde at 12:30.
Yeah.
Every
12:30
weekday at
a.m.
lunch.
or p.m.
12 p.m. It's not Velez Mitchell? Is that her name? No. Sandra?
No. Yes.
It's always something weird like Dee Dee.
Okay, whatever.
Put in Channel 9 News noon.
12:30 or noon or whatever. Yeah, noon. And then in the evening, I anytime from 4 p.m. I like Channel 7, and then the evening world news with David Muir.
I can't stand that guy.
But he's gorgeous.
He's so fake.
He's got that.
This
news
is David
anchor
Muir.
man look.
America
So-
strong.
I watch the news all day long. 8 p.m., 10 p.m.
Yeah, you watch the news so much that you see the same exact reports because
I
they
don't
just
care.
re-air them.
I don't care. It's changed now with the whole coronavirus.
Yeah, it's all they talk about. Nothing's ever happening apparently.
Except the weekends, because yes, they do talk about the coronavirus, but I'm sorry, the KTLA weekend morning crew is keeping it real.
Who's the Star
They're still
Trek lady?
doing the 8:38 stretch. They're still doing the, you threw me off.
The Star Trek lady? Isn't the blonde woman on Star Trek?
Oh, Dana Devon. Dana, love her. Yes, she's.
I keep thinking
entertainment
Josie's going to
on
give me that
Channel
information,
11.
but she's not doing it.
I'm looking. Okay, do any of these names sound familiar?
Let me see. Do you have a face?
It is Sandra Mitchell.
Yeah.
There
Sarah
you go.
Mitchell.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're
It
welcome.
was gonna bug me crazy until you said it.
I have an autograph of a news person.
You
Do
Who?
these people sound familiar?
Lauren Sanchez.
All these people? Do you know
Yes,
all
I
these
know all those people.
Remember Lauren Sanchez?
Yes, you had obsessed with. I wrote Lauren Sanchez and got you an 8x10 autograph
Yes.
signed to you. for
She's the one that
Valentine's
broke
Day
up
here.
Jeff Bezos' marriage.
Yeah, I don't really like her, but you like her. Roxy has that same look, and she's much better of a person.
Who's the other one that always wears her name on her necklace? That's next to her. Vanessa.
Ford. Yeah.
What about Steve Edwards and
You don't want to send me on that little thing.
what were those two
because
called?
I don't like that.
Dorothy
Sports
Luce,
girl.
Dorothy.
Dorothy Lucy,
Julie Barbary.
and Steve Edwards were the best morning team ever, and they do a talk podcast now. So I love Steve Edwards. I'm Team Steve Edwards.
He got
Is that
He got
is that
screwed.
the gray-haired guy?
Yes,
that used to
there's
look-
no
Yeah.
way that Liz Abib, whatever her name is, there's no way he hit on her. She got that man fired. He had a lifetime career at that job. She disgusts me, and we're not going to talk about her. And she still works for Fox.
Well, let's
Why did
switch.
she get fired
Let's
in
switch
that?
gears for a
Let's
moment.
switch gears.
Let's talk about Chris Burrows.
Are you going to try and make me cry?
No, he was your favorite news
I
guy.
love
I
him.
can't talk about
Everybody loved Chris Burrows.
I seriously can't talk about him.
Okay.
So we found the storage of Monica, and it's really her stuff. Look, the desk of Monica. See? And I got all her mugs.
She's like the Monica fan club. If you sign up now, you get 2 mugs and a notepad.
Hey, can I see
This
the
could
ID?
be like a collection. It's not weird, like collecting news anchor people stuff.
No, there's people who collect everything.
Is there anyone else out there that likes news people? Because I don't think that's weird.
I have a doctor.
Lives, every day they tell us
Well, you've been on the news
weather.
before.
They tell us what our day is going to be like. They give us
What
hope.
is it?
They give
What
us.
is it? Social media up with someone?
Link up with Lynette.
Link up with Lynette.
That's Lynette Romero.
Yes, hasn't she seen your posts before?
Yes.
Yeah, she thinks I'm the crazy doll lady. And
What does she
always-
call you?
No.
Look at it.
She always calls me Ag on
Ag.
the go. It's
Ag on the go.
AG
Ag
on the go
go.
for American Girl, but it's okay. I'll
Who
let
was
her
the
do it.
blonde guy from 11 that I did the news with?
Um,
He always wears the
oh,
jacket,
Puffy,
zipped it. Yes.
Oh God, what is his name?
You like that guy too,
Matt.
Matt.
Oh, I don't know his last name. Yeah. Anyways,
I have a Dr. George Fishbeck pen. Does that
you
count?
keep stopping me. So look, Las
stopping us.
Vegas. Look, it is approved media credentials for Channel 5, Monica Jackson.
Austin, that's the number for the station.
Oh, okay.
Look, Anchor. There's a little picture. So these are little credentials she
Yeah.
flashes or hangs from her car. And this is like legit it. Like really her
That's a
ID.
cool item because, again, Josie,
Look
no,
at that.
it would have gone in the trash
Yeah, I think
because it
that-
doesn't mean anything unless you know her.
Look at that. I
And how
love
many
that.
times have I come home with something that people thought was garbage?
Like when
It-
you came home with that giant box of Disneyland paper.
yeah, and I'm still
kinda
selling it
dirty.
on
It's like
eBay.
wrappers
Probably
and
hung
stuff.
in
Yeah.
her car for years.
I'm down to the last few pieces, but it's been
Are
over
you
2
actually?
years.
That was so long ago.
$35,
My hair was
and
like
I made
blue.
about $2,000.
That's crazy. My hair at that time was completely different.
Your
than it is
mother
now.
loves the news.
So
She
I
loves
love the
the
news.
She loves the news in other cities even.
I know news anchors everywhere around the world. I just love them all.
And you know their children and their wives and their husbands and their lives.
And
their
we've met
sisters
others.
and
Who
their
else have we
brothers.
met? I'm trying to think if there's
You
anyone
you
that
met
stands
Garth
out.
Kemp.
Garth Kemp was just last summer. We were just strolling on an aisle at a convention, and I'm like, oh my God. And I think you said
I think
something
you
at
were
the
the
same time.
only person
Yeah.
who recognized him.
What weird talent do I have?
Well, you know
Spot
people
celebrities.
anywhere. I can only spot people I really
I
like.
just looked up and I said, "There's
'Cause I
Garth
don't
Kemp,"
do, yeah.
and you went, "Oh my God!" Like when I said, "Hey, that's total brain freeze." Kevin Spacey,
Oh, I remember that at Comic-Con.
and you took off running.
But yeah, so I met Garth Kemp, and he took a photo with me. That was really awesome.
Garth Kemp, but not Dallas Reigns coming up.
Oh, I haven't got
Dallas
Reigns yet.
Reigns.
He'd be a good get. Who else would be a good get? Of course, Lynette Romero or Liberty Chan.
I never got to meet my guy, Chris Blatchford. I love
Fox.
Chris Blatchford.
11 News, the pause guy.
Yeah, he took
Always
it,
pause.
and he'd always hold up his boots he was wearing.
Yeah,
Chris Blatchford, Fox 11 News.
yeah.
See, I'm a radio guy. I know all the radio people. I like Steve Gregory, KFI News.
I just love news anchor people. I think it would be such a fun.
John Beard,
Oh, I love John Beard.
Harold Green,
Harold Green, Peter Jennings,
Hal Fishman,
the old school.
Channel
Fishman.
5. I mean, he
Mark
was
Brown.
Kent Brockman.
Mark Brown is still working. He looks great. I'm trying to think of some of the more old ones that are still out there.
Yeah.
He's still in the field.
Rick Chambers,
Yeah.
Mark Thompson, the Dancing Weatherman.
Who was the
Mark
one guy
Christie.
I always liked
He's
who
still
had
working.
the funny ties?
Sam Rubin.
Sam
These
Rubin.
are all people I would. Oh, I'd love to meet these people.
Mom, which is the one I like? Remember in the mornings before school at Buena Park, I used to watch the news with you, and there's always the guy with the cool ties.
Are you talking about Tony Ewing? Big black guy.
Yes, that guy with the funny ties, and he talks to Araxia.
Yes, he's still there.
Okay, good.
I love Tony.
I haven't watched the news in a while, but he was cool.
He's still there. Tony's still working in the studio. Roxy is working from home right now.
Tell people what you do on the weekends. How you watch the news.
I get up at 6 a.m. and I don't leave home before 11 because that's now the new catch. They always put the picture up before they go to commercial. It says don't leave home before 11. Now it says don't leave home ever. How sad is that?
But you don't watch it in real time, is what I'm saying.
Oh no, I tape it all.
And
I tape 5
usually you
hours a
finish
day.
about 2 p.m.
And because I have to like get breakfast and showers and deal with everybody, so I spread the weekend news out to be literally an all-day show. And I never miss. I will sit here and watch every minute
All right.
of it. It's awesome.
Well, Monica, if you're watching,
Monica,
we have your ID,
you're one of my heroes.
and you can have it back.
I'm
You go to
using your
Starbucks
mugs
with us.
every morning, drinking my coffee.
Just let my mother
I
cry
can't-
on you because she loves you.
I can't bring myself to use the paper. I don't want to use it. I just want to keep
What's
it.
the background image? The watermark.
It's coffee.
Oh, it's coffee.
It's
Look at that.
coffee
Oh,
cup.
look at
Isn't
that.
that cute?
What do
From
people
the desk.
like write the
Monica
stories
Jackson.
on there?
It's just
I
something you
guess she
keep on
just
your
has-
desk to make
Her
notes.
own paper or whatever. And if anybody's ever at a swap meet or a state sale or something and they see any news anchor memorabilia, news station stuff, yeah, get a hold of me ASAP. I'll pay you back. I want it. All
All
That would
right.
be a fun room to have a collection of. Just saying.
Well, I do like Huey Lewis and the news.
Ha ha, funny ha ha, old man music.
Are you ready?
I do believe we have a cribs today.
It's a short one.
You
It's-
do?
A very short one.
So why don't you?
Well, you'll find out.
Oh.
All right, hold up. We stand up.
Oh,
It's a big
stand- oh,
moment.
stand
Okay, it's
up,
been
yeah.
a while since I've done
It's been
one
a
of
day and a
these.
half. Oh my God.
Stretch.
Just so you know, Adrian
8:38
Romo.
stretch.
Adrian Romo cannot believe you don't know who Robert De Niro is.
All right, go back to me for 1 second. I feel like I didn't do him justice because I was going to cry. So I don't care if I cry. Chris Burrows was the best news anchor man that was ever in the world. Ever.
People would send pictures in, and Chris would not look at the subject, but he would blow it up to see what your house looked like. And in that way, he was so much like a regular person on TV.
He was just a friend.
Burroughs Bites.
Came into your house every week.
You knew his wife and his kid.
It's too soon.
Too soon. Okay. Are you ready to hand it off to yourself?
No. Before I hug my mother, I'm gonna pass it to myself for another, finally, cribs tour.
You have to actually hand the
Oh
thing.
yeah, I forgot. It's been so long. Thanks, me. It's so good to finally do this again. You know, for a while I was scared that we were just gonna run out of places to do this, but my father finally came up with one. So this is Cribs Tour, his shelf. It's gonna be great because I don't know what any of the stuff on this shelf is, and he's not gonna help me figure it out. So come along for the ride. We're starting up here. This is a Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves battle wagon. I thought that Robin Hood was the Fox movie. Not like the company, I mean that Fox, like actually like the Fox. But it appears that there is no Fox on that box. So I'm going to take a wild guess and say that it's not the Disney one. Stop laughing!
There's no fox on that box.
What? It's true! So that's that. Then there's that shark game from when my mother was a child, right?
Oh, yay.
Yeah, because if you don't know, my mother had a weird obsession with the movie Jaws because she had a troubled childhood, and she was like,
Troubled childhood. I had an amazing childhood, and that's why I got that toy, because I got everything I ever wanted. I was a spoiled little brat.
And nothing's changed.
Truth. Give me my doll.
"Oh, okay." This funky little dude here, I couldn't tell you who he is.
This is the best thing ever. She has no idea.
That's one of Dad's
Well-
favorite movies.
Well, you're an
Oh,
improv.
give
Wait.
clues.
No. You're an improv person, right?
Yeah.
Just assume competence and
All right.
justify
Well, I thought he was holding a baguette, so I'm going to assume this is a really cool French man.
it. He's holding a baguette.
Is it not?
You should lift it and look at what he's holding. Is it a baguette?
I can't see. That's a mop, right? Am I right? It's a mop? Okay, so this...
It's a baguette.
It looks like he could be playing croquet, but like with a mop.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's wearing this funky little hat.
Yeah. So who is? You just make it up. Who is he?
This is, Harold.
Mm-hmm.
He is the world's best mopper. And I say this because he's dressed like he has a lot of money, which tells me he's made all that money from mopping rich people's houses.
Perfect.
Super cool, dude.
Super cool.
Super cool.
But what if someone's watching and doesn't know? Shouldn't we fill her in?
Everybody knows
But
who
isn't
that
it
is.
funny to tell her as she
No,
goes
no.
along? She'll never know.
I'm never gonna find that. Okay. There's a lot of things to unpack on this shelf. We'll start here. This is Blockbuster. If you don't know, my dad has an obsession with video stores because it reminds him of his youth because he worked at one. That's all I have to say about that. A lot of things here, little box video movie thingies. Don't know what any of them are. This one.
She doesn't know these movies.
Somehow you don't know what any of these are.
I know that's what you use them for. I don't know what any of them are, so I'm just I'm going to assume the plots of all of them based on the titles.
Do it.
The Hunt for Red October. There's this guy. His name is Red, and he's missing.
He's missing.
A living, crawling hell on earth. The Kingdom of the Spiders. That's pretty easy. Giant spiders are attacking something. Pretty cool, pretty simple. This one could be anything. Ghost. I'm gonna take a wild guess here and say that it's like PG-13 Casper. Trying to look behind here for anything. Oh, what was that? Oh, another Blockbuster thing.
Look on the back.
Oh. See, what did I tell you guys? Obsession.
Right there. Look at above the tapes. What is that?
Oh, is that your name tag?
Yes.
Why am I not surprised?
Let's get a close up on that. Oh, look how beautiful that is.
Wow, Tucker. Let's see. I don't know what any of these movies are.
The first one. Any idea?
Arthur. That was the name of a kid's show, was it not? It was. This little was he an armadillo?
Yeah, he was a little armadillo.
He was a little armadillo. I just know that that's where the meme of the fist came from.
Say, what a wonderful time, right?
Yep.
No. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yes, that's the theme song.
I don't know what that is, but
it's hard
yes.
not to do it. You're right. It's hard not to correct.
Yeah,
No, but this is funnier this way.
It is funny.
You have to watch all these movies.
Absolutely not. You're watching the Spider one, not me. You're doing that. Hairspray, is that actually Hairspray or is it some other movie called Hairspray?
Actually Hairspray,
Hairspray.
but it is on beta.
What's a beta?
You know what a videotape is, right?
Yeah.
This is a videotape.
This is from when Luna was a baby, right? Yeah. Because I remember that my mother used to complain that she had to rewind all the videotapes.
Put that one on the now.
See the difference?
Oh, it's tiny.
Kids react to beta tapes.
So it has a little record, right?
Yeah.
Am I right? It's a little record. I think that maybe it's like, did this come out before the videotape? Or after? It's after, right? Because you know how they make the phones and then they make the better phones? That's what I feel like this is. This is like the better videotape.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not correcting. There's no correcting. She's right about everything.
No correcting.
So this is Hairspray. If you don't know, it's my friend Levi's favorite musical.
Corny Collins.
Yeah, that's one of his dream roles. This isn't the one with John Travolta in it, is it? No, because
this is the original non-musical.
I was gonna say that because it looks too old, and like I think around this time was the John Travolta that was like dancing in skinny jeans in Greece. So something tells me this is not the one where he's a woman. Yeah, really interesting musical.
Are we still on shelf one?
Yeah.
This is gold. No, it's gold. This is gold.
I think that we're gonna do one more movie.
Just do this movie here.
That one?
Yeah.
What is it?
Amedius.
What is Amedius about?
Amedius. I'm gonna guess. Like, have you guys ever seen Hercules? Have you guys ever seen Hercules?
Yes.
I'm guessing that it's this guy who's kind of like Hercules. Can I see the cover?
Yeah, it'll help you out a lot. Show the cover.
Okay.
Did it help?
What is it?
Have you guys ever seen An Emperor's New Groove? I think that this is like a crossover between Hercules and Emperor's New Groove.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, he's got some like, I think the skin on his fingers is missing.
Amedius.
What is that? Not what it is.
It's Amedius.
Is it not Amedius?
You're right about everything. It's all good. Now, this one's easy, right?
Yeah.
You can look at the cover and tell what that one's about.
Just one of the guys. Oh, we got some Joan of Arc kind of thing going on here. What was that? My 5th grade presentation?
That is one of Laura's favorite movies.
6th grade presentation on Joan of Arc? Anyways, there's this girl, and she's holding helmets over something. I think you know what I'm trying to get at here.
That's Joyce Heiser.
Ooh, that's a name.
Oh.
Anyways, I think that she's pretending to be a guy, but I couldn't tell you why.
I mean, maybe
The helmets don't help?
Well, maybe she's like wanting to be a football player, but then like her dad's probably like, no, that's just for guys, but it's, or something like that.
That's a good explanation of that cover.
Yeah.
I would
Okay,
think.
now just do the next one and then we'll move on
Oh
to the
my
next shelf.
God. Oh. Okay.
What's this beta tape?
It's Coal Miner's
She
daughter.
listens to me. Everything about me, she's got right. That shows you which parent she knows more
She
about.
knew Amadeus.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Okay, this is Coal Miner's daughter. Is it a movie? I think it's is it autobiography or is it like a made up story? She's
We're not allowed to correct.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that it's like a biography about her life.
Who?
About Loretta Lynn's life.
There you go.
Right?
Whew.
Yeah, because like
Throw her out.
I would assume so.
About Dolly Parton's life.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to the next shelf. Right? Okay. This one's got a lot less movies and a lot more things to talk about. Looks like we have. Is this a bank? Cool, fun bank. We've got some sort of like monkey-looking dude here. It's Donkey Kong, judging by the thing on the chest. Donkey Kong. I don't know who this is.
You don't know who that is?
No, but he could be Spock, maybe. I think so. No, Spock wears blue, right? Yeah, he wears blue. He wears blue. So that guy's wearing
Fascinating.
red, which tells me that it's not Spock. I've never seen those movies. It's Star Trek, I assume. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's Star Trek. It has to be. If it's not, I'm going to sound stupid. But I've never seen those movies because they're boring. This is a ship. I don't want to say it's the Titanic because it's not the Titanic.
Why did your dad have a toy of the Titanic?
I don't know. What's that one? It's what's that TV show from like the 60s that Dad really likes because he's an old boring guy? Love Boat. Is it Love Boat? Is it Love Boat? I feel like it's the Titanic. I don't. It
Those boats
doesn't.
don't look much alike.
I've never seen either of them. I know what the Titanic is because of the thing in Vegas.
Well,
That's why I
naturally.
take my kids to Vegas.
Naturally.
Mystery.
I know
Vegas
because
for this.
you like put your hand in something that shows how cold the water is, right, or something like that. That used to be an exhibit there. I never did it, but I saw other people do the exhibit, which made me learn a little bit about the Titanic. I'm pretty sure that's the Titanic. Maybe Dad's a sucker for a good love story. Because the Titanic's a love story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? You know, Leonardo DiCaprio, right? Right?
Absolutely.
Am I right?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna move these. Can I move these?
Yes, you should
Okay.
move those.
I'm gonna move these. So it looks like we have some sort of arcade cabinets here. I don't know some of these games. I know Dig Dug. I don't know who that is. Ooh, ew. She's ugly. Anyways, is she? Who is she? Is she one of the Love Boat people? Is that her boat?
Is that her boat?
I'm so happy. I'm making you guys laugh.
Oh, this is the greatest thing ever.
Okay, I assume that this is her love boat.
Who's she loving on her love boat?
Dig Dug.
One of these
guys?
One of these guys, I think. This guy, I assume that he's probably not attractive, judging by how ugly this figure is. Also, oh, never mind. I take it back. This guy's way uglier. Ew. I'm so sorry. Is this the same girl? That's the same girl. Right? Yeah. The same girl? I don't know. Anyways, she's playing Dig Dug, and then the Stormtrooper is playing two machines at once, because he's hardcore. He's playing Pac-Man and Q-Bert. This guy, I like this game. This is pole position. That's a fun one. Is that Lionel Richie? I think it's Lionel Richie. Is that Lionel Richie?
Oh, that's Lionel Richie.
I'm pretty sure this is Lionel Richie. Did they ever make a Lionel Richie action figure? If so, here he is. What does he sing? He sings
Which one do you want? Hello, lady?
yeah. Yeah, he sings,
Hello.
yeah, that's him, right? Yeah. And then there's Chewbacca. Pretty cool.
Just
Pretty
turning into the
fun.
scene from E.T.
Pretty fun.
Mhm,
Pretty fun. Pretty cool. Not much to say about that. Moving on to the next shelf, I can tell you absolutely nothing about any of these people. Didn't I just say I don't know anything about Star Trek? I mean it. This guy is wearing a skirt, like a whole dress get up here. Some weird old man. He's kind of like balding a lot. Yeah, his face makes me uncomfortable. I don't like him. Anyways, there's a lot of like they're all wearing the same thing. Why are they all wearing the same thing? That's what I'm wondering. Why are you laughing?
Yeah.
I just want to say this guy. I'm kind of worried about this guy's health.
That's Mark Zuckerberg.
I mean this in the nicest way possible, but this guy looks like he has no color in his skin. Like it looks like he hasn't eaten in like 10 days. Like where are his eyebrows? Why is his hair brown but his eyebrows are non-existent? I don't know. Something about this man makes me feel like he's being tortured. I don't know. A lot of Star Trek. I couldn't tell you anything about Star Trek. Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's kind of like Star Wars, but they all wear funny uniforms. And there's no Darth Vader, right?
No Darth Vader.
No Darth Vader. And
All right,
then
you can just leave
Spock
those.
has 20 ears.
And just on this other one, since it's just videotapes, just highlight one of those little ones over there.
One of these ones?
Yeah, what are those?
Okay, I'm gonna pick one. This one's a different color than the rest. Okay. Hey, brother, can you spare $750 million? Arthur 2, on the rocks. I'm pretty sure this is the sequel to this movie over here, right? He's nodding, which tells me I'm right. I forgot what I said about that movie. Arthur. I said the Armadillo Kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the Armadillo Kid, but
Anteater kid.
This is the Anteater Kid, but he gets caught up in gambling, which is what I'm thinking is the plot of this. There's also some like lady on the cover. I feel like she looks like she could be one of Mom's news anchors. I don't know, something about her
You're
face.
talking about Liza Minnelli?
Just screams news anchor.
That's who your people tell you your mother looks like.
I don't see it. Also, this is so small. Can this be played? Is this a movie or is this
Pop
a
it
video
open.
game? Is this a video
Liza
game?
Minnelli.
What's that?
Talking about Liza
Yeah.
Minnelli. It's my Junos. That's why I look like her.
I don't know how to get it out. No, I want to do it.
She wants to do it.
You open the top, right?
We'll
Am I-
just focus on this record.
Am I right? You
This little
open the
record
top?
here.
Mommy! Oh, it slides. It's not. Color.
Color. Ooh, the movie's in color.
8mm video. Is that the rating?
That's the size.
8mm?
8 millimeters wide.
Okay.
You don't believe me?
I don't know how big that is. Isn't millimeters like that big?
Yeah,
So 8
it's a pretty tiny tape.
So 8 millimeters, wouldn't that be like that big?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This thing, it's like, I thought that this was the upgraded version of this one, but I don't think so because things don't get smaller as they upgrade. If we know anything, the iPhones just keep getting bigger. So I think that this came out first, right? No, because this is... because this one it was a sequel. How could it come out before this one unless it was like reproduced, right? I don't know. Something tells me this is from the olden days. Like I feel like your guys' parents.
What's the
watched
olden
these.
days?
I don't know.
Our days. The
Before they
70s.
invented
No. I'm saying the olden days, like the 40s and 50s.
Oh, 40s and 50s.
Yeah, because like they probably watch stuff on a smaller scale because they have little tiny TVs.
Oh. The TVs are tinier.
Yeah, and that's why it says color on here because it's like a big deal that it's in color, right?
You're like the Michael Scott of pop culture. It just keeps getting worse.
Wait. So am I doing, is it the opposite? Did this come out in like the 2000s or the 90s? Like is this later than this? Did this
Which
come
came
out-
first, the
Yeah.
chicken or the egg, huh?
Well, I'm asking, did this come out before this?
Dad said we can't tell you anything.
Y'all! Okay. I'm going to assume that this came out before anything else.
Got it.
Because it's tiny
Yeah.
and does it have a year on it?
Oh, look, now she's using her brain up there.
18811. That's not a year. I feel like, is there a year on this thing? 1988, right? 1988. So this is the late 80s. My parents were 17. My mom was married, right? No.
We don't want to discuss
Yeah.
that.
My father was a gigantic dork, and he wore those long shoes and ugly mullet. Not good. This one. Does this have a year on it? 1990s. Okay, so they got bigger as time went on. All right, I figured it out, y'all. I figured it out. So when did this come out? 1988. 1988.
But you.
But they can't
Oh,
come
my
out at the same time.
medication.
They can't come out at the same year.
Why not?
Because
If I were to go to Target right now and buy music, what are the formats I could get?
you could buy a CD.
Mm-hmm.
You could buy it on iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
You could buy a record if you're indie.
But records are from the 70s.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but now they're cool now. So was this like old timey? But like in the 80s when these were around, people were like, I don't want these. These are what you can get.
They just offered them in different formats.
I want to get this cool one because it's tinier and I'm indie and I'm quirky. You know, I'm not like the other girls. I like things from the 60s.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you're nailing it.
Thank you. So this came out in the 90s, which tells me this is probably what you got at Blockbuster, right?
Yes, that's a rental copy.
It is? Please rewind. That's what it says. So
I think
okay.
the store might be on the side. You're just looking at it like it's a bug. Let me see.
Warning, full.
What is there a sticker over here?
If so, I can't see it. Oh, there's a little price tag.
What's a
Little
price
skinny
tag?
thingy.
Beep, 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 beep.
Okay. I think I figured it out now.
Okay.
All right. I'm
What
ready.
a mystery.
I figured it out.
You got to wrap this up at some point.
This is the end of the big finale, okay? This is the big finale. I think, all right, hear me out. This is 1988, right? This is like peak high school years for y'all, right? This is like senior year, right? No, did you graduate?
88 to 89, senior year, yes.
Yeah.
Technically, you're fine.
Spot on. All right, so
Spot on.
Thank you. I think that this was like cool, right? Like if you had, what are these called? Betas, right? That's the name for them? Yeah. I think that if you had one of these, if you had like, what are they called? Beta players? Is that the name of it? Probably, something like that.
There's one right over there.
That thing. If you had that thing, I assume you were probably like pretty cool. Or like your mom bought it for you, which is what I assumed happened with my father. I think that he's probably like, Mom, I want a beta player for Christmas. And then he's like holding his mullet. And then his mom was like, okay, honey, sure, if it makes friends. Because like, he's a big dork. So I think that is how he got these. I think that
It's like you're a time traveler.
I think
Wow,
he
she's nailing it.
stockpiled them. Did they have Back to the Future on beta?
It's right there in the case.
Yeah, I think I'm spot on. I assume that he probably was like, I'm gonna buy Back to the Future on beta, and then I'm gonna invite a girl over to watch my beta player. Like we're gonna beta player and chill before Netflix.
If only that had ever worked in my lifetime.
I assume that's what he did, you know, and then the mullet.
Well, I was married already, so you know.
Just for clarification, the minute I say bit of beta and chill, she goes, F no, and she just walks away.
That's okay. So maybe they're not cool. Maybe it's a dorky thing.
Oh no, I'm just talking about myself, not the content
Maybe
of
they
the entertainment.
were cool until Jeff Tucker owned one, and then it wasn't cool.
If this helps, I had a beta player, and I taped my own movies off of TV. I would record the TV movies.
Okay, so to get this down,
'Cause
my
you know,
mother
I'm cool.
illegally recorded 80s movies and
Before-
played them on her beta.
Yes.
So my father had a beta player, but he was like a dork, right? Because he had a mullet. So he was like a dorky guy with his he was like, I have my beta player, right? But my mother was one of those girls who like, she teased her hair, you know, she eyeshadow, smeared it on, right? She would walk up to the pretty boy in school and she'd be like, yeah, I just pre-recorded 80s movie, insert that title here. I just pre-recorded that on my beta. And then the
That's
80s boy would be like,
If you were
that's
here.
so cool. And then she would invite him over and it would be cool. It would go completely different than my dorky father saying, I have a beta player, you want to watch Back to the Future? Right? That'd be completely different. He's shaking his head, but I saw
No,
those
I'm
glasses.
shaking your head because I would never even gotten that far.
He had those big dorky glasses, the ones that I have. The glasses that
But
I
he
currently
still got
own.
the cool chick eventually.
Eventually, when he made the doll when he made the doll, you know. But back on what I was talking about here, back on solving the mystery. This was the cool thing. I think that this was the uncool thing. And I say that because you have quite a lot of them, which means the dorks probably collected them.
If this helps, Josie, I have no idea what that is. I don't know what plays it. I don't know what format that is, and I've never heard of it until your dad right now.
Bingo! I got it on the, oh my god, on the
don't know what
nose.
that is.
I got it perfectly.
Like, was there a machine that played it on your TV? Like, I don't even know.
This is the popular girl one because my mother was popular in every school that she went to. Every
went to a
single
lot of
high
schools.
school, and she went to a lot of them. My father went to Norwalk High School, and
I moved a lot.
he was a big dork. So I assume that him and his dork buddies, you know, the drama club kids. I can say this because
buddies.
because I'm in the drama club, so I can say these things. They probably
You got my coolness, but your dad's drama. That's so fun. That she's like the mixture. I can
she
see
thinks
it.
I'm cool, guys.
In a dorky way, because you have your dad there too.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah. It's a compliment.
It was a compliment. I'll take it. I'll take it. I think that the dorks went out and bought these because I feel like they thought that they were
still just want to
cool.
know what it is.
I feel like I thought
Like,
that they
that
were
plays the
cool
whole
for
movie?
getting them.
Like, I don't even understand.
I feel like it can't though. Like I look at it and I feel like
It
this
looks
is
like a
American
cassette
Girl
tape.
doll size.
That's what
When
you're
I
looking for.
when I flip around, I will explain what those
Okay,
are.
let me
Okay,
finish
good.
my. Can I finish my theory?
Yeah,
here?
I was hoping you
Do
would.
we own something that plays it?
She keeps interrupting me. I literally can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so.
Okay, let me
Oh,
finish.
let me get it clear. Do you want to watch Arthur 2 on the Rocks? Because I will watch it with you.
I want to know if it's possible, like what it is.
Can I look at the other ones here really
Yeah.
quickly?
Ever
You're
in the store
you're missing
sold?
Dracula with Winona Ryder over
Were those
there.
fat?
So we have Avalon,
I don't know what
a
these
Barry
are.
Levin. That's a dorky guy name. I can just tell. A Barry Levinson film.
That's a good movie.
No, dork movie, right? Okay,
Oh,
then we
yeah,
have
the
Star
movie
Trek
choices are
3,
Horrible.
which is getting to my point here. This is all evidence for my case.
It only gets worse.
We also have. This proves it.
It only gets worse.
This is Teen Wolf starring Michael J. Fox.
As Scott Howard.
Sorry, what? Sorry, I had to read that in my head for a second here. Crocodile Dundee? This is bad.
It
All
looks
right.
like the Dundee Award.
And another Star Trek. So I can personally say that it's not a theory anymore, it's the truth. So it is a fact. a
Your
known
hypothesis
fact,
has
all
been
right?
proven.
Dorky guys bought these. Okay.
don't
Evidence
know.
number 1, Teen Wolf. My father is a big dork, and he likes Michael J. Fox.
Likes
He loves
the
Michael
way
J.
I love
Fox.
news anchor people.
It's kind of creepy, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So what I'm assuming here is that you probably owned Teen Wolf also on beta, but you wanted it on this one because the popular girls in school didn't have this, and it made you feel like cool, right? Yeah. So those are what these are for. So these little things, these are nerd galore in 1989, 88. All right, the nerds bought these because these were too mainstream. Okay, the popular girls had these. All right, they didn't want those. The only way to impress the girl is to read her your favorite monologue and then say, "We can watch Teen Wolf on 8mm." And then the girl.
On 8
Is that
millimeter.
what that's called?
Yeah.
And then the girl would go, "You are a dork. Please get away from me," and walk away.
My mother said that you should never come around the house again. That was actual quote from a girl I tried to date.
Wow. So, and then you guys found each other. You fell in love. And betas went out of style. And you guys had a beautiful child, Luna. Right? And you were like, how are we going to entertain our children? And of course, my dad was like, I have Teen Wolf on 8mm. And my mother was like, absolutely not.
I made your mother watch Teen Wolf not that
On
long
8
ago.
millimeters?
No, on Blu-ray.
That's worse somehow.
What's clearer, you get to see more of the movie.
So, then they found these. They found videotapes. And that is the journey. I think I got it on the dot.
All right, are you handing it over?
I'm
Are
gonna
you done?
hand it over. All right. This has been Cribs, and for once, I can honestly say I don't think my mother took the show for once. Normally, she steals it from me,
But I think that we co-hosted.
I would just like you to know, you've turned this shelf into 30 minutes of crib.
Is it really been 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Y'all, it's back. It's back. Welcome.
Oh God, where's she gonna go in the house next?
Oh, we have
So many
lots of
shows.
options here.
Whew, all right.
Good thing we collect a lot.
I'm gonna put all these things back, but this has been Cribs. I, as always, am your host, Ryder Tucker, and now we will be passing the camera around to my father.
Well, thank you, Josie, for that critical breakdown of my non-dating high school career. Here's the thing, what you're missing, Josie.
What am I missing?
What you're missing is, in the 80s, home video was very popular. And I'm sure young teenage girls watched a lot of movies, and probably watched a lot of movies with their boyfriends. But
probably not the movies you watch.
nobody watched movies with me, except my dorky Dungeons and Dragons friends.
So what we're saying is I'm right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's go through it real quick. This is a beta tape. This came out first in the 70s.
70s?
This was the first commercial
I know, is that
videotapes
old?
available. They were made by JVC. They owned the brand known as Beta. I'll probably get a few of these facts wrong.
JVC is the sticker that's on all the blank tapes that you buy.
They're a very popular company.
I
They're
remember.
also the brand of Marty McFly's video camera that I'm always trying to find at the thrift store.
That I did not know.
Okay, so these come out and they have movies on them, but they're really expensive. And they're not for purchase. They're for rental only. Because these, in the 70s and 80s, these are $60 and up. And minimum wage is about $3. So it's 20 hours of your work
So people
week.
rented them.
They rented them for $2 a night. Okay?
Video.
$2 a night? Isn't that your
That's where I
entire
went
paycheck?
in Norwalk.
Is it not?
That's average. Some stores were 99 cents, but if you went there to get a 99-cent video, they didn't have what you
I
wanted.
didn't go to Blockbuster till after I met your dad.
Well, Blockbuster wasn't around until the late 80s, so...
No.
Okay, so what happens with every new technology is they reach a point where they have to skyrocket into popularity or fall by the wayside. And Beta, although it is the superior format, it is smaller, more compact, better picture quality. Beta fell by the wayside. Can you imagine why?
Because it was too expensive.
No, because JVC would not allow adult content to be released on their tapes. You know what I mean by adult content.
So did they cut it out of the movies if there was like an inappropriate
No, I'm
scene?
talking not movies with a
She doesn't
makeout
know
scene.
those kind of
I'm
adult.
talking about a
She's
X-rated movie.
Pure.
Yeah,
Like naughty movies, like girly naughty movies.
yeah.
Like,
Like
that's it. There's
Don't
no
laugh,
plot.
Luna. She's
there's no
very innocent.
well.
Why
there's-
are you laughing, Luna?
Just the internet. How is this kind
There's-
of ignorance possible?
Some of them have a plot like, "Hey, the pizza's here," or "I'm here to fix your washer." They do have some plots.
You guys are gonna corrupt this little.
No, no,
minor.
no.
Wait.
This is life.
Wait.
She's only
So-
14.
So what you're sorry. So what you're telling me is that people would rent these movies, right? And the movies
Oh, no.
and the movies are like they're just the inappropriate scene.
Yes, but
There you go. Just
but they're
the
not.
appropriate scene. Yes.
Yeah, but they're not. Now that's a movie. If you ever heard of Cinema Paradiso? You should watch that movie. It's fantastic. No. It's not
No,
dirty at all.
it's not dirty.
It's not. No. Oh my God.
What are you doing to her?
It's a masterpiece of love, not sex. Difference. Okay, so
Wait. So I'm sorry. They're like 2-hour long movies.
She
don't-
watches soap
they don't need
operas
to
with
be that
me.
long.
That's all she needs to know.
What?
So I'm sorry, but like you're saying movie.
Mm-hmm.
So like movies to me are like 2 hours long.
She
They-
can't believe that there's a 2-hour inappropriate scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
There
right?
is, Josie. The whole movie, sweetie.
Well,
It's all 2 hours of
well,
just
guys
that.
no.
Some new
It's
stuff
not a
tonight.
continuous thing. People need to take a break once in a while.
There's a plot.
There's
but-
snacks.
But it is,
Wait. You're telling me that they do the thing, right? Okay, and then they're like, "Hey, you want to go get something to eat?" And then they get something to eat, and then they do it.
No.
again.
Well, if it's a Woody Allen movie, but what you're describing, no.
she doesn't get
It's
it.
more like like on Survivor. Do you watch Survivor, Josie? Sometimes, like they show them hiking. Like let's call it hiking. People go hiking, and then they show the moon, then they show the sun, and then they're hiking again, and it's the next day. But we didn't wait a day. We just saw the moon and the sun in a transition scene. Does that make sense? This is not what the story's supposed to be about.
VHS tapes, really? Really? Is that what we're doing right now?
No. You should have already had that talk. This is more about.
Here for
This is
that
happening
talk.
live
Well, I mean,
on
I
camera,
know what
talking about
it
it.
is.
She's had health class, you guys.
No, I know what it is.
Yeah.
I'm just
She
saying.
wasn't aware there was movies that showed what it is.
Okay.
for that
I'm just
long.
no,
Alright.
but I'm just saying. Do people watch them?
Some people, that's all they watch, honey. So
Nobody you'd ever want to know, sweetie.
Why?
No.
let me explain very quickly. Okay, we went. Oh, this is the history of pornography.
Context.
Okay, so
Context
we went from
right here.
cave drawings and sculptures, which you can look in any museum, to beautiful paintings and works of art and poetry
That all have hiking in them.
that all have hiking in them,
Yes.
right?
Right. She's following.
To eventually still photos. And you know those things at Disneyland where you put the penny in and the picture slip?
Yeah.
Yes. Hiking of those.
Kaleidoscopes would be of hiking,
Uh-huh.
but it would be very
Tasteful hiking.
PG, I mean ultra G, right? So then they used to have theaters where you would go and sit in a movie
Live
theater
hiking. Live.
and watch hiking on the big
Live.
screen. I'm doing the big screen.
Wait. Your mom's saying live.
No, they had live hiking.
Oh yeah. They had
Yes.
live, yeah.
Yes.
But I'm talking
Does
about
this have to be
I'm
on the
talking
show?
entertainment.
Yes.
So then the people would go to the movie theater.
History class here.
Do you know when we go to the dealership, the Honda dealership down in Buena Park?
And we get free donuts.
That used to be where one of those movie theaters was in the 90s. Okay, so
I guess he
It-
went. I don't know.
You used to go to that?
oh, absolutely. Me and Paul Rubens went all the time.
Okay, that's so funny now. He'll appreciate
Okay,
that.
so then people started selling 16 millimeter where it was on a reel and you put it on a projector and they were called stag films and you turn them on brrrr, and you'd watch a silent film. I'm doing the hand
Silent
gesture.
hiking.
A silent film of people hiking or usually just a lady. I mean, we're being very graphic in our hiking, but just a lady.
Maybe she should watch the movie my dad introduced me with. Brooke Shields'
Pretty Baby. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
That was my
Well, that's about
movie.
prostitution, though. We're not talking about prostitution.
Well,
it's a
that's how
movie.
I learned.
So then, in the 70s, the proliferation of videotapes makes it so you could watch one of those movies in the privacy of your own home. And they're very popular. And some video stores sell regular movies, but all the money is made from the hiking movies.
Hiking movies make all the money. Joe.
But JVC won't allow a hiking movie on their tape. So that means JVC
Gone.
loses all the business for
But I don't
Beta.
understand. Why do people want to be recorded
She's
hiking?
going back to the hiking part.
But I don't understand. Why are people wanting to be recorded hiking?
Girls.
Well,
pretty
first,
girls can
it's
make a
very
lot of money
lucrative.
making
Yes.
hiking movies.
Your mother and I have the same answer. It's very lucrative.
If you're a pretty girl, would you? It's easy money.
Well, not easy, but it's not working at the mall all day, and it's a lot
Yeah.
more money.
Not that I'd want you
So-
to do hiking, but I'm just saying.
So I don't. We're supposed to be talking about videotapes. So then,
You're the one who brought it up.
so when JVC says no to their videotapes, Beta falls by the wayside because pornography is the engine of pop culture. That's how the internet proliferated. But we're not at that point yet. We're at VHS tapes. Now VHS, anybody can put whatever they want on it. So VHS becomes the dominant home video format because you can make any movie and put it on this and nobody cares.
What does this have to do with the AMM thing?
So these become the major player from the late 70s to the death of the videotape.
Truth. Oh, here we go, Joe. Here we go.
This is a stupid 8mm tape. These were made in the late 80s to early 90s.
So not even that long.
Not even that long.
That's why I don't know.
And they were a specialty format because they were trying to sell people really expensive 8mm cameras that if you wanted to, you could play a movie on. But
So those play on a camera, not in a machine?
they might have made separate decks to put these in, but there'd
What
be
do you
no...
do with it once it's on the camera? Does the camera hook to your TV?
Camera hooks your TV, yes.
Oh, that's
There was a lot of time where I used to watch movies on a VHS camcorder. Put it right to the TV, put the movie in. If you can't afford a VCR and you have a camera...
Did they make those blank so you could record your
that
own
was
too?
that was the dominant reason for these. These were sold blank because remember in the 80s...
I never had a camcorder.
Right, in the 80s, a camcorder went from... You had a VCR on your hip that weighed 8 to 10 pounds and a camera on a cord, and you recorded that way on a full-size videotape or a beta tape. And then it became all-in-one, and you just put the camcorder on your shoulder, and it weighed about 4 pounds.
Yeah, so lots of dorky guys do that. But
this was
You're right, Josie.
this was a smaller format for a smaller camera, and the gimmick was you could record things, and you wouldn't have to carry around a big camera, and you'd have to carry around these giant VHS tapes. You could only have to carry around these smaller 8mm tapes so you could get more bang for your buck size-wise. Now, when I worked at the video store, Multi-Video in
So
Bellflower...
we're saying this quantity over quality is happening here.
This is also higher quality.
But I don't remember them ever selling in stores.
No. When I worked at Multi-Video,
I shopped a lot.
John, the guy who owned it, was willing to try anything. We had a very small shelf of these. We had about 15 of them, and they never rented. This was a bomb collectible format for movies. So I collect them because I just think they're neat. Because they're small, they're compact,
So
they look
hold
just
up.
like the full-size video box,
What
but
we're
they're smaller.
saying here is that you bought them because you're a dork and you like them. So what we're saying here is that I was right.
Yeah, I'm giving you full credit. Yes.
God,
This
I
is
love
a-
being a genius.
This, like all
You
of
just
the
know your parents well.
I guess
like
I
all of the
do.
laser discs that I used to own were for us dork videophiles who thought we were going to have the ultimate home theater experience,
Legit, don't know.
and that's what they were. Real exciting, but I mean, I have Teen Wolf.
But I don't remember like going to a friend's house and them having that's. what's
Nobody
weird.
had this.
Yes.
Nobody had
you,
this.
You would think it would jog something.
Well, you
No.
weren't friends with the dorks.
Nobody had this.
Not.
There were
Nobody
multiple
could have those in the
video formats that
were popular.
never gained traction in the public forum. This is one of them. CBS video discs are another. Divics, which were DVDs that would automatically self-erase after 20 or 30 views. There were DVDs that had counters, so when you got it back to the store, if you watched it twice, they charged you twice. So there have been a lot of formats that have died by the wayside, and this is just one of them, along with compact VHS, super VHS, super bit DVDs, 4K is the new one, HD DVDs. I mean,
But if you're a doll person, they're perfect scale for 18-inch dolls.
these are perfect scale
to make
for
a Blockbuster.
if you
video
want
for
your doll to watch a bizarre movie where Michael J. Fox turns into a wolf. You can't get
am I
any better
allowed to
than
ask
Teen
other
Wolf.
questions about stuff on the shelf? 'Cause
Is it about hiking or
I
no?
was asking
No more
about-
hiking.
I was
Okay.
asking about the shelf.
Yeah,
Because I was just wondering, who is the guy with the funny hat and the mop?
that is Eddie Murphy from Coming to America. He is Akeem,
Is it the
working at
Titanic?
McDowell's. That is not the Titanic.
It is the Love Boat.
It is the Love Boat.
Is it that lady's Love Boat? Does she own the Love Boat?
Well, she
No.
works on a Love
She
Boat.
works on
She
it.
works on a Love Boat.
I have all of the figures in that set
Except
except
the
Captain
captain.
Stubing.
And how do
Find
you
it.
pronounce that movie?
Amadeus, Amadeus.
Amadeus, Amadeus, Amadeus.
Ooh, pronounce me Amadeus.
That's the only reason why I know it.
Amadeus, Amadeus.
So
Now,
Rock me, Amadeus.
can I just explain very quickly before you gloss over it? Amadeus is one of the top 10 movies ever made. It is a flawless piece of storytelling.
But I know
It
that
is
song.
so good. I
Does
own
that
it
song have
in
anything
multiple
to do with the
formats.
movie?
No.
Oh.
Oh my God, no.
I like the song, but I don't know the movie. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, we're going to watch it.
absolutely
We're
not.
Opposites attract, babe. We're totally different people, you and I.
Amadeus won Best Picture. It's not like I'm getting you to watch, trying to get you to watch a movie that nobody's heard of or
I
likes.
was the type of girl that watched Best Picture. Or any picture. Sorry.
Once again, I implore you to save me from this place. Any other questions about the shelf?
No, I don't think so. Hey, is that guy with the pale skin in the Star Trek uniform? Is he okay?
He's an android.
Ah, that makes more sense. He's
That's
not
Mr. Data.
human.
And that's Picard in dress uniform. And above him,
Fox and Robin Hood.
Yeah, what is that? Robin Hood, no fox. But where's the fox?
that is Kevin Costner, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, directed by Kevin Reynolds, starring Kevin Costner,
did this come
Morgan
out
Freeman.
Did this come out after the Disney one?
Yeah.
So they
Turned it into a movie.
Disney does not own The Legend of Robin Hood.
but they made it up in foxes.
It's really
No.
not the idea, right?
Yeah, they
Isn't
took
this
it. Wait, you're telling me
Wait.
these
I'm not
Prince
even
of
going to
Thieves
comment. I'm just going to let him
Wait,
go.
you're telling me these Prince of Thieves people took the plot of the Fox movie and like pretended
Made
like
it in
they
real
made it
life?
up?
With real people?
Yeah, instead of foxes, it was a Fox movie first.
Okay. This is where we have to get real. Real stupid. We have to get real stupid.
There's no more hiking.
Are you aware that Robin Hood was a real person?
It was a fox.
No.
Wait, in real life?
A
Like
real person.
in history?
It really happened.
How come we don't learn about it in school?
You do.
No, I don't.
I don't remember that.
Well, you
part of
did.
school.
I'm in 9th grade. I've never learned about
What-
the
what-
before.
Titanic happened too.
What
Well,
grade
I
did you
know
learn that
I don't know what grade you
in? I
learned
don't
it.
know, because it was like
You don't know
shopping
about
makeup
wait.
years, or
You
was
don't
it,
know
like,
about
elementary
Robin Hood
school?
stealing from the rich to give to the poor?
Well, yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah, I know the Fox one. I know the Disney one.
Folks, I'm not even joking.
Wait, I thought Disney made it up.
I am
I didn't know it was
stuck here
real.
with this.
Wait, you're telling me Disney didn't make it up?
Was his name really
Disney
Robin
didn't make up
Hood?
any other movies.
Well, I mean, I thought that Disney made it up.
I didn't know that.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. I'll ask you about a person, a name, and you tell me if it's fiction or true story.
Well, we know now.
Robin Hood.
Real.
But you're saying it like you don't know.
Well,
No, because
you're
you're
telling
telling us
me
that.
Amadeus.
No, not a real person. He
Maybe.
was a made-up guy in a movie.
Rock me on my. I think he's like a music guy.
Is he a music
Like
guy?
classical music.
No, he's not like Beethoven.
Yes.
No,
That's the story, right?
I don't know. Is
And
it
the
rock
80s
music?
song is like,
I don't know.
Amadeus.
I feel like Amadeus.
'Cause
Just,
it's-
I feel like he sounds
Okay.
like a prince. Maybe he's
Okay.
like an Egyptian.
Do it
prince.
with me. Are you ready? Bum 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 bum
That sounds
bum
familiar.
bum 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 bum.
Isn't that like a commercial for some butter or something?
That was Mozart.
Oh, I thought it was a commercial.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
think
say
they
I know
use
that.
it in commercials.
It's Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Okay.
Oh, that's the same person. Amadeus is Mozart.
Oh, are you serious?
He's Mozart.
Amadeus is the
Mozart?
Mozart guy?
It's literally the lyrics of the song.
Wait.
Mozart composes the magic flute. Amadeus, Amadeus.
Amadeus?
Oh.
I only know Rocky
Folks.
Amadeus.
Let me just tell you, Amadeus is
classical
so
music.
good as a movie that F. Murray Abraham, not only did he win
I
the
feel like
Oscar
they
for
posted
Best
up
Actor
right
as
there.
Salieri,
Yeah.
but
so then I was
he was
right.
so
He's
good
a
as
classical
Salieri
music guy.
that people had trouble casting
Yeah.
him for years after because people would only see him as Salieri. Tom
why did
Hulce
you
managed to
laugh
get
at me
work,
then?
but he will always be
You
Mozart.
laughed at me.
About what?
I said Amadeus had something to do with classical music. Then I was right.
Yeah.
Mozart's classical music.
Yeah.
I really didn't know.
Okay.
I thought that Mozart was his first name.
Okay.
I didn't. I thought it was an 80s
Sherlock
song.
Holmes.
No, he was made up by some British guy.
I would say made up.
Yeah, he's
I'm with
made
her.
up. He was
I should look at
like
Luna.
Luna
Luna,
man-
nod.
No.
Blink once.
Wait.
Yes, blink
Like
twice.
you guys know Nancy
Arthur
Drew.
Conan Doyle.
You guys know
real?
Nancy Drew. It's
Okay.
like Nancy Drew. It's
No,
a made up
Luna says
mystery
he's
guy.
real.
I
No.
No?
It was written by author
Oh.
I
don't know.
What did I say? What did I tell y'all?
Sherlock Holmes is a made-up character by Sir Arthur Conan
Oh,
Doyle.
Wasn't he
Made up.
played?
He
wasn't
holds
he
a special
played
place
by
in-
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yes.
Yeah.
He has a
Sherlock
special
Holmes.
place in cinematic history
Why?
as the most adapted work character of all time.
Yeah, because he was played by a lot of people.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm going to give you another name.
Right.
Real or fictional?
I'm ready.
Dracula.
Dracula's real.
No, he's a vampire. Vampires
Vampires
are
are
real.
real.
No, they're not.
I believe vampires are real.
No, they're not real.
I think people really suck blood. It makes them feel like they have some sort of power. I don't think it really makes them live.
Wait, you think that people like
Yes.
suck blood?
Yes. People do weird stuff. They could do that. I could see that being a thing.
Do people
I
suck
think vampires
blood?
were real way back in the old days.
All I'm asking, Dracula is real or not
Yes,
real?
I'm gonna say yes.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Which one of us is right? It's gonna be me.
No, he's not real.
Vlad the Impaler was a real person.
See?
But he didn't
I
drink
knew it.
He
blood.
didn't drink blood,
Oh.
but he murdered a lot of people and put their heads on pikes.
That's
Well,
not
what's that got to do with
Dracula.
Dracula?
That's where the legend comes from.
That's
yes.
just a serial killer. Right? Like,
No, he's definitely
Okay.
not real.
Let's give you another one.
I don't know. I need to investigate that one some more.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Real.
I know that because when I got those dorky glasses, people kept saying I looked like him.
I just
Wait,
like,
Josie, who's Jeffrey Dahmer?
He eats people.
She knows because of me. I buy
No,
books.
I know because
I know
people
you know
told me
because
I
you-
looked like him when I got my
Yeah,
glasses.
your glasses did like Jeffrey Dahmer's.
You're agreeing with them?
Yes, you totally have the same style, but it's not a bad thing.
I have the same style.
He had hip style.
He eats people.
It wasn't because of his glasses.
He ate people.
A lot of serial killers are stylish.
He ate people.
All right. Jeffrey Dahmer was a real person, but he
Yes.
wasn't a fashion icon.
No, he was not.
Yes, he had great taste in
No.
glasses, and he was the better looking one,
Oh
right?
my
That everyone
God.
talked
No,
about.
not better looking. He eats people.
I think you're thinking of Ted Bundy, honey.
Yeah.
Ted Bundy was very good
Oh.
looking. Jeffrey Dahmer was a goober looking
But I'm
guy.
picturing the guy with the
Yeah.
glasses.
Because
Yeah, I
Ted,
think your
No,
mind's mixing them
Mommy,
both.
Because
Oh.
didn't Ted Bundy lead girls in by like the fact that he was attractive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he was
Girls
called
don't-
the deliberate stranger.
Yeah, girls. He would be like girls, and then the girls
All
would
right,
be like,
here's
"Oh,
another
cute."
one. Real or fiction? Willy Wonka.
He was
Fake.
made up. There's no real chocolate factory. He
I
might have
wish,
been.
though.
He might have been based on someone, but he wasn't real.
Nobody had no chocolate factory, and nobody had a golden.
Nobody had no chocolate factory. She goes, nobody had no chocolate factory, okay? That Mars M&M guy, Hershey, I don't know who those people are. They ain't got no chocolate factory.
Where was it made?
It's the most your mother's laughed in a year.
Oh my God!
Where would the chocolate be made?
Well, it's picturing like some guy in a bowling by tour. Didn't happen.
Okay. All right. Willy Wonka was not a real person.
Of course
He was
not.
invented by Roald Dahl.
Gosh. She
Okay.
tried to trick me. I was gonna go
All right.
look up
Just,
and meet
all right. We'll just do a
myself.
couple more of these because I got to go to bed.
My
All right.
promised me ice
Too.
cream.
Josie thinks she's getting ice cream. still.
Thomas Edison.
Yes,
Real.
he invented the light bulb.
I don't know what he did, but she does.
I don't know what he did. Maybe he owned chocolate.
I know it's an important name, and she knows. Okay.
Hey, Mom,
because she's smart.
What is the Thomas that I done a lot of research on?
No idea what you're talking
You know
about.
what am I naming my lizard?
Oh, Thomas Jefferson. You say that all the time.
Thomas Jefferson.
He was the president, though, right? Wasn't that guy a president?
Yes, that guy was a president. Oh my God!
That's not the same guy.
Okay. All right. Just
Louisiana Purchase. You know what that is? Mom, you know Lewis and Clark?
School was not very good with me. I was good to it. I showed up. I looked cute. Recess was like, I nailed Dorothy from Wizard of Oz because we always played act on
All right.
recess.
we have
okay.
another one.
Are you ready for some more?
Yes.
Just briefly. Harry Houdini.
Yeah.
I know that's real because there's a picture of that guy on
Yeah.
my wall over there.
He was an ugly dude, though.
Yeah.
Oh my
You gotta at
god.
least use stuff that's not pictured in our house.
Oh, you guys are
It's
a
not a cartoon,
stitch,
so
man.
it's obviously real.
All right, Susan B. Anthony.
Real. That's a history book one too.
I mean
He's
this in
hideous.
the nicest way possible, but I don't know who that is.
Is she the one with the flag or something to do with the flag?
That's
No!
Betsy Ross.
Okay. But she's
She
like
fought
that,
for
right?
women's suffrage.
Oh.
Sorry.
What's women's suffrage?
That's like to vote and stuff. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
to vote and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we've done them all. I don't know. You guys are so funny as far as blurring the line between real and fiction.
I really thought that Robin Hood was made up by Disney.
That's
did
the
too.
funniest thing ever.
What did he look like? He was a real dude.
Did
huh?
he look like a
If I
fox?
like Google Robin Hood, is like a real one gonna show up?
Well, you might see a drawing. There were
I
no
wanna see.
cameras back then.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
I'll look
forget
it up. I'll look it
No,
up.
there's not cameras.
Anytime you guys are having trouble in this quarantine shutdown, just think of me. I live in a house where they think that Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves was stolen from the
Disney.
Disney Fox version of Robin Hood. Okay.
But I knew Willy
there's
Wonka
this,
wasn't real.
This sculpture of him, not like this like statue, so he looked like that.
Is that real?
Yeah, he looked like
Okay,
that.
statue's not enough proof. I want to believe that if I went by that.
What about Peter Pan?
Ooh, I wish he looked like that guy.
Like what guy? This guy?
No, the other guy.
Russell Crowe?
That guy?
That guy.
What guy? Let me see.
Wait, what was the other question?
That's Russell Crowe.
He's good looking.
Everybody loves Russell Crowe.
Yeah, just that statue.
Except if he's
is
throwing
all
his
have
phone
to
at
watch
you.
about. And this picture.
Is this what he really looked like then? Show Daddy that.
Yeah, that's Robin Hood.
Oh.
Well, at least that's the folk version of Robin Hood.
I'm also gonna look up Ted Bundy,
fairy
so I
tale?
can tell
Look-
Mom.
we
that
don't
she's
look up
looking-
Ted
she's thinking
Bundy.
About this guy. You're looking about this guy, right? This is the guy you thought was Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, he's not wearing glasses. The picture.
I've never seen Tiger King, but I think we are more entertaining than whatever that is.
Well, this is Jeffrey Dahmer. Are you thinking about this guy? Hold up, wait for it to
Is
load.
that the same guy?
No, it's
Oh.
not that.
That guy is good looking. If that's what it
This
was
is
a
Ted
minute.
Bundy. Yeah, he.
Yeah, I could see why he got them all. He's cute.
You're thinking about this dorky looking weird
Oh no,
guy?
that guy looks like a serial killer. He's creepy.
That's Jeffrey
Yeah,
Dahmer.
that's Jeffrey
I
Dahmer.
don't like him. I
Who
like the
are
other
you
guy
thinking
better.
that's attractive? None of them
The
are
other guy.
attractive.
The other guy was attractive. Maybe a
Mark
monster.
Harmon
Ted Bundy?
played Ted Bundy on TV, and Mark Harmon was a very good-looking guy. Is a very good-looking guy.
Yeah, no, that guy's creepy.
You
Okay.
don't like Jeffrey Dahmer?
But I also thought Richard
In the
Ramirez
interest
was
of
good.
Who's
sanity,
that?
Look
I-
up Richard Ramirez.
Rachel,
He was a local
what are
serial
you
killer.
what are you doing tomorrow?
Person. Working.
You want to take a break and go hiking?
Oh, I have to work. Sorry. I have a headache.
It almost worked,
Yeah,
folks.
I have to
It
work.
almost
Michael
worked.
Jackson.
I have
All right.
asthma. I don't think I should hike anymore. I think hiking is bad for
You
me.
looking
looks
at
like
Michael Jackson?
No, this Richard
Ramirez.
Ramirez guy.
No.
How did he kill people?
When I
He was
when
our
I
local
first started at
serial
Knott's Berry
killer
Farm,
in our area,
I worked
Jesse.
in the
I
jail
actually saw
where
him
I
one day.
used a microphone and
You
talked to
saw-
kids all
What?
day
Hold up.
as the voice
You
of
saw
Sad-Eyed
a
Joe.
serial killer?
He was on the news. He lived in our area.
And,
he was on the news every day.
I'll never forget
So they
a
found him
family
in the
walked by
farm.
with a little kid, and the little
There was
kid
always
was
Richard
acting
Ramirez
up,
sightings
and the
because
mother
the war
jerked
was
his arm and said, "If you're not good, I'm going to let
So he
Michael
saw him. He was
Jackson
called
get
in, and my
you."
mom saw him.
And I laughed so hard
Yeah,
I
Dad has a Richard Ramirez
choked.
story too.
Really?
Everybody that lived in Southern California.
did you
has
see
a
this
Richard
guy?
Ramirez.
No, I don't have a Richard Ramirez
You
story.
know?
I have a freeway killer story, which I told on the show, but I can tell it another night. Remind me on another night, Josie. I will tell you the serial killer story where I spent the night with a real live serial
She's
killer.
never gonna go to bed. She's gonna have nightmares. Ice cream and unicorns.
I'm fine.
Ice cream
Everything's
and unicorns.
fine.
I don't understand. This guy lived here?
Yes.
Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker,
Yes, the Night
killed
Stalker.
people in the late 80s. And we were only nervous
Night
because
Stalker?
there were a lot of
nickname.
theories as to how he was picking his victims. And one was that it was if your house was yellow and by the freeway,
Right.
and our house was yellow and by the freeway. So my mother was convinced Richard Ramirez was coming to our house. So she was really upset when one of my best friends in high school was named Richard Ramirez, and I brought him over to play Dungeons and Dragons.
But he didn't look like him?
No.
Well, I actually saw him once.
And Richard Ramirez, what did he say, Rachel, when he was sentenced to death?
Oh, he worshipped the devil. That was the.
He worshipped
What did he say?
He said, "I'm going to Disneyland."
He said, "I always knew death came with the territory. I'll see you at
That's what he
Disneyland."
said. Yeah.
Hey, folks,
weird,
stay
dude.
safe, stay sane, stay
Women
great.
loved him. He had
We've
all
been
these
watching
fans while he was in jail.
Random Land.
Loved
His
him?
videos are
He
great.
said he had a
Justin's
following.
videos
He
are
was
great.
the first
Adam the
Arizona
Moo's making
and had
great
a following.
content from home. Dale and Paula McKenzie are doing great footage from their trips all around Las Vegas. We're being entertained by YouTubers because the regular TV sucks,
I don't like
sucks.
Yeah, we won't talk
And
about
now I'm going to watch Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife. This is a knife.
We're gonna
I'll
get
throw another
Josie
shrimp on
ice
the barbie
cream.
for you.
Josie wants ice cream.
All right. We love you guys from everybody here at
91 reasons.
To have ice cream.
Please Save Me.
I remember when this was all farmland as far as the eye could see. Old man Peabody owned all of this. He had this crazy idea about breeding pine trees.